Well, I guess it goes without saying that we're out in Noordhoek.
Yes, we certainly are, Chowgaps. Good afternoon to you, and yes, welcome to Noordhoek, and some people like to call it another suburb in Cape Town. I somehow don't buy it, Chowgaps. It's about 8 days on horseback, and we actually started out with a crew of about 40 members. It's just Chowgaps, myself, and the cameraman now. We've left all of them behind. God bless each and one of them. But we're here in Noordhoek this afternoon, and it's a lovely place, though.
Love Noordhoek, love the people. Expats of Cape Town that live here.
And, of course, we'd never had our passports approved, but we did have them stamped. And this afternoon, Chowgaps, a very, very interesting afternoon because we're here to interview some very famous rugby players, aren't we?
Well, they say it's always best to examine a species in its natural habitat, and that brings us down to this restaurant.
The Toad in the Village, Chowgaps, is where we are this afternoon, and it's to sample some of the finest whiskey this side of Table Mountain. And as is customary with rugby players when they finish playing this great and wonderful game, is you either start up a coffee chain or a restaurant. And well, Bob Skinstad, no exception. And this afternoon, Chowgaps and I are going to put him and his staff through their paces. Do join us.
Later, got him, he's here.
Unbelievable. Where is he?
Robbie.
Good afternoon, Robbie. Hugh Bladen. Sit down. Please have a seat.
Thank you.
Well, let me tell you, gentlemen, to take the mic, Bobby. It's an absolute privilege to be sitting with you two this afternoon at your very own establishment. First, let me say thanks very much for inviting Chowgaps and myself to spend this time with you.
No problem. Thanks for coming along.
No, it was lovely. Do you have a job for Chowgaps? He doesn't have much of a future in television. He's not much to look at. So you're just starting up. Do you think you could offer him anything?
Yeah, we got space as runners. Flecky's actually applied as well, so.
Sweet, yes. But Chowgaps has got thin, nimble little legs. He'll go forever. Firstly, of course, the first question that one does ask oneself is, how do you two know each other? And how long does the friendship go back?
Yeah, well, goes back to varsity days. I think we met when Bob came down to Stellenbosch, and I think it was first time we met was on the pitch in Province Trials, eh?
Yeah, under 19 trials, yeah.
And have you ever just been more than friends?
What, like lovers?
Yes, basically.
No. Been roommates. Duke, get out of here. Come on. Hey.
Did you always chase your bitch away like that?
No, I didn't. No. I had to hang on to whatever I could get.
Now, of course, what's lovely to see is the camaraderie that you two share sitting at this table with me this afternoon. But, of course, it wouldn't always have been like that if we go back many a year. If we look, you two went to some of the finest girls' schools in the country. Robbie went to Bishop's, Bobby went to Hilton. How did you two end up meeting up? And actually putting girls' school little cat fights behind you and becoming friends?
Well, I came down from Natal and went to Stellenbosch University, and we played under 19 rugby together. We met sort of on the park, and then one night I went out to a varsity thing, and one of Robbie's mates tried to take my head off in a bar fight, and Flecky mopped up the pieces.
So it was then that you knew that your destinies were to be intertwined.
Yeah, absolutely. Bob hooked my mate over a car, and that was the end of his evening. And we were mates ever since. You know, it's always handy to have a guy who's got a good right hook, you know, in the pub. So
yes, and you don't have a bad left, if I recall that game against England. Old
Ben
Cohen.
Yeah, well, he was looking for it, I must say. But
and what do you say? You're sorry, you're not sorry.
yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. Yeah.
That's damn right. Now, Bob, how does it feel to know that you were the one that introduced that ridiculous back pass into the game, and now we sit with the repercussions today? How does it feel to know that? How do you sleep at night?
Very comfortably, huh? Very comfortably.
What prompted you to do that ridiculous move?
It was a complete mistake.
Yes, I can understand.
Yeah, the back flip. It was a mistake. It was something that Flecky and I had been working on, and
but usually you try egg flip him.
Exactly. And I didn't have the same, I suppose, quality of ball handling skills as I should have, and
right.
I couldn't hang on to it.
Right. Well, we're sorry.